Buongiorno, good morning everyone. Hello, my name is Henrique Volpi from Brazil. I am the co-founder and CEO of Kakau. It is such an immense pleasure to be here with you, with the Italian InsurTech Association, invited by Yuri and all my friends. And today I would like to show you a little bit what we are doing in terms of subscription insurance in Brazil and maybe relate a little bit to you. And our proposal from the get-go was to actually go and interview and conduct interview with people and ask them, why are you not using protection? Why are you not familiar with insurance? So we went to low-income areas of São Paulo and Rio. We conduct online interviews and by phone, and even focus groups. And one thing that kept coming up was like an answer was something like this: well, if it was subscription based, I would do it, right? So if it was something similar to what we have for cable TV, for Spotify, for Netflix, for newspapers, for magazines, that is something that I would consider. So 4 years ago, my co-founders and I, Marcelo Torres and Diogo Russo and myself, we went to the regulator. So we did a little bit of a different path or a different journey. Instead of just starting, we went to the regulator in Rio and asked them, can we do a subscription insurance product? Would that be okay in terms of regulation? And to our surprise at the time, I am not very familiar with the insurance industry. I was always working IT. So to my surprise and to our surprise as a team, they said it would be fine to have insurance, subscription-based insurance, as long as we were okay with our partners. So, it is important to say that our partners, key partners in Brazil, are Generali from Italy and Score from France. They are the two companies that we are able to construct an MGA agreement in Brazil. So we were able to launch almost 4 years ago the first subscription-based insurance in Brazil, and now we can even say that it's very popular and it's picking up some steam within the industry. We went for the renters and home insurance market. We went for the smartphone insurance market. That is very interesting market in Brazil. We have more than 230 million devices and people willing to secure that or to protect that. And late last year, we launched our micro mobility play that we call Kakau Mobile. That is an insurance, subscription-based insurance focus on bicycles, scooters, e-scooters, and hybrids. As you can see, you are seeing exactly what we would see in our platform. So we design with a very simple language in Portuguese language, not what we call insurance language, trying not to use very insurance language. In maybe 2 or 3 clicks, you are able to go ahead and hire protection, whether you're doing the Tour de France or you're doing a mountain bike or doing urban bicycle to commute within your cities. Cities such as Rio and São Paulo are starting to build ways for bicycles and micromobility modules as well. So what we're starting to see 4 years later is that our first assumption that, what if we do a subscription insurance was a big winner. We are serving basically lower income people, so class C, D, and E in Brazil. It's a classification that we have for lower income. Lower income in Brazil, it's under 200 euros a month of income. Interesting fact, 93% of those users never had insurance before. So our initial thesis that, maybe if it is subscription, if it's flexible, if you can stop, if you can use just for a month, people would try it, and they actually are trying. So they never had insurance before. Actually, they thought insurance was something very, very expensive and for high class, something very premium. We observed explosive growth in terms of users. I think we were happy to say and to see, and we show that our results in terms of insurance KPIs are good too. We are seeing now a little bit over 35,000 users, and by users are actually people that are actually paying and have policies in force. And we were considered by InsurTech 100 out of the UK amongst the top InsurTechs in Latin America last year. Just to give you a little bit of a view of our growth in terms of the years, and this is over the year of 2018 to 2020. On a weekly basis, it's the growth number of users that I actually acquire. If you take a look on the right hand corner in the green 2020, and you have a little dip. This is the little dip. It's precisely when the COVID lockdown started in Brazil. So we did went down for maybe 4 or 5 weeks, but we did had a V-shaped recovery. So this is what happens when you are digital natives. A lot of people are going digital and looking for products, looking for groceries, looking for shoes, but also looking for insurance. If you're there, if you're easy, you will sell it. So we are seeing now a better than expected growth, and we are actually over plan. And of course, I don't need to say that the plan was designed before COVID, right? And it's still overperforming that, which is a surprise to us and make us very happy and proud, of course. At the same time, and here I think it's key, we were able to monitor and control our loss ratio. So in terms of loss ratio, using data, using technology, we are able to be under what the market is doing, especially for smartphone insurance and bicycle insurance in Brazil, the market that we actually act upon. So this is very important because we have a co-founder since the beginning of Kakau, Marcelo Torres, who is actually part of the industry, part of work for Generali, AIG, and big guys. So we always had, since the beginning, insurance KPIs to monitor and to deliver, and we are concerned about that and think this is critical, not only for Kakau, but for InsurTech as an industry as well. And I believe you all agree with that. So, we're happy to say that as the result, and I'm showing here footage from actually customers from us from different areas of Brazil, mostly lower income, as you can say. So those people, they were never reached by brokers. Those people, they were never reached by carriers. Carriers, they've never been there. So very far away from the big cities of Brazil, large country, as you know, thousands of kilometers apart. So the only way you can actually reach those people and influence them and convince them and actually acquire as customers is doing on a digital medium, which is exactly and precisely what we did, and we were one of the pioneers doing that, and I think it pays off. And also another interesting note. Lower income area, in terms of risk profile, they perform better than the not lower income area, which is very, very interesting. Maybe some of you have this data, but it's kind of a misconception or a prejudice to start with. But they do very well. They're very serious with their commitments, and they tend to fraud a lot less as well. So we did all that. We accomplished all that. We were able to reach out with technology. So from the beginning of Kakau, we decided that we ought to invest in artificial intelligence. Within artificial intelligence, we decided to focus on NLP. So we launched it 4 years ago. Ana is our digital assistant. She does the Q&As. She starts the claims processing if you have a claim. And since last week, she has done 2.5 million interactions with customers. So we are very happy and proud to have Ana on board, especially because she works 24 hours a day, seven days a week, and she doesn't get a salary, right? Also, we invested a lot in what we call Kakau Dimensions. Kakau Dimensions is part of that graph of growth that we just seen. and it's our analytics platform, open source platforms, and basically we get all the data from our operations, insurance KPIs, and also startups KPIs such as cost of acquisition, lifetime value, churn ratio, but also the traditional loss ratio, combined ratio, premiums, and so on and so forth. We had implemented early last year what we call Kakau Sonar, and Kakau Sonar, it's our underwriting engine, and basically what it's doing, we are considering all the data from our prospect and customers, and including in our model, and trying to have a risk profile of our pool of risk. So from 0 to 1,000, we have a grade from our risk profile, and we're able to acquire better and actually price better. And in September, this month, by the end of this month, we will launch Kakau On Demand. So On Demand, we are not by no means changing our business model. Our business model is still sustainable and doing very well, subscription based. But we believe that On Demand, especially for bicycle insurance, will let new people come to insurance and acquire them. So they will start for a practice or for a short term, and then we will migrate them to subscription based. So we will start the on-demand piece. It is approved by the regulator and also approved by our partners. We will start by the end of this month. In terms of the platform, it is probably a classic startup platform, very flexible. We use a lot of open source and open-based solutions. We were able to be very cost effective and secure. We are running, of course, everything on Amazon. We are use since the beginning a lot of APIs, and actually have design APIs to integrate with Generali and Score and our partners. And as a result of that, we were able to integrate very fast with B2B2C partners. So this is all we have to say. I'll be open for questions, of course. Thank you very much for being here. I also like to say that, Kakau, we are open for business. We have appetite to explore opportunities in Europe as well. We are actually having conversations of Portugal, and be happy to have conversations about the Italian market and any other markets that you find a fit for us. Thank you very much. Grazie.